computer. I think I figured out how to get the, well, maybe not. We don't have a way to take questions, so I'm just going to tell them, email me questions, and I will, or we'll ask for your email address. How's that?
Sure. We could also do a Zoom next week if anybody has questions.
Absolutely.
Or they can email me.
Okay, hang on a second. I am getting this ready to go. What are we calling the class? Your Divine Purpose.
Living
Your Divine Purpose.
Yeah.
Living your divine. Now. Okay. Putting the title in. And you ready?
I'm ready.
We got this. Okay, everyone. Welcome to Resonant Essentials, and more importantly, to the conversation I'm having with Bill Heinrich, author of The 7 Levels of Truth, who's going to talk to us about his upcoming class he's going to be giving through Resonant Essentials, Living Your Divine Purpose Now. Welcome, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
I'm marvelous. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's terrific. I am so excited that you have agreed to come in to Resonant Essentials when we're ready, when things are moving. We've got it scheduled out for the 16th of May, but giving your class on Living Your Divine Purpose Now. And I'm so excited for you to tell everyone here on Facebook all about your class.
Well, I'm excited too. Gosh. This is an outtake from the coaching that I've been doing with clients all around the world. And I've worked with celebrities. I can just kind of go on and on of the people I've worked with. I've always, in the 10 years I've been doing this, giving 100% money back guarantee, and no one has ever asked for a refund. That's how powerful this class is.
Wow, that does speak truth to power now, doesn't it?
Well, and I always offer 100% money back guarantee. Not that people will be satisfied. That's not good enough for me. They'll be blown away with the information they learn, right? So this class, we're going to do over 2 days. Because it'll be a total of 8 hours, 2 4-hour classes. And there's 4 different sections in it. The first section has to deal with understanding how life really works. Now, we talked about that a little bit on our last recording, and that's where you got all the feedback and the number of people that loved it. And this is why we decided to do the class.
Right.
In that section, we're going to be talking about understanding the difference between surviving and thriving. We're going to talk about learning to access all of the free resources available to us in the universe that most people aren't aware of at all. And then how the universe actually operates. Now that's one section, hour and a half, 2 hours long. In the next session, what we're going to talk about is I'm going to take people through a process that I've developed called the challenge wheel. And what the challenge wheel does is it shows you exactly what's blocking you, what's standing in your way, and what's holding you back. Another section we're going to be talking in there, that I'm going to be teaching about, is how to identify your blind spots, the things that are actually happening that are blocking you, that you have no awareness of at all. And this is critical. The reason it's critical is because the next day, I'm going to give everyone exactly what their spiritual DNA is, a blueprint for their life to live their life purpose, okay, in the second section. But in order to do that, it doesn't do any good if you don't understand what's blocking you and what challenges you have. Now, I am an expert at doing these blocks. Like that process alone it'll give people clarity that's astounding, absolutely astounding. This is a process that I've used with high-level coaches from around the world, and it blows them away. Like they coach people, and when they work with me, they're just absolutely stunned when they see the work that I do and the clarity that I can bring them in 1 hour. It's absolutely phenomenal. So that's the first day. Now, the second day gets really exciting because we're going to talk about what the divine gifts are, how they work, how they function. We all have the same 7 divine gifts: divine compassion, divine creation, divine order, divine healing, divine authentic self-expression, divine truth, and divine power. But we have different percentages of each one. So we all have different energy structures. And once you see this is what I call the snowflake effect. They say, oh, we're just like snowflakes. Everyone's different. That is so true. And the funny part about it is that everything I'm going to teach people, they already have. Like,
right.
They don't have to go get anything, okay? And they don't have to do push-ups for 30 days or do this or do that. It'll just be constant, instant changes to their life like that they get to choose how to apply, because everybody's different. And then the second morning, I'll actually give everyone their specific spiritual DNA and explain to them. They'll know how it works once they get it. And what happens is, because we have this energy going through us now, Michelle, and people aren't aware of what it is because we're born into a life of survival, living in the physical. Once you understand it energetically, they'll get it immediately. But when you don't know what the energy is, what happens is it comes out in dysfunctional behaviors that don't serve you. So that's why the initial how the resources of the universe, and especially the challenge wheel, works. So everybody will get their specific DNA, and I guarantee you the paint on the walls will start to melt because of the heat in the room with the energy, okay? I guarantee it. It's amazing. People will be sweaty. I mean, the energy will just go out of sight once I activate everybody's divine gifts. And then the last section we're going to cover is everyone's specific life lessons. So not like kind of maybe, it'll be their specific life lessons where I can show them exactly how that's showing up in their life. Now, the second day, everybody gets one document about your divine gifts is like 7 pages long that they'll be able to leave with, they'll be able to follow up on it. In fact, we could actually even record these sessions and I can make it available to them online for a period of time after,
Oh,
right?
that
So
would
they
be
can go back and
wonderful.
reference
Yeah.
it. But you see, you have to understand what's standing in your way, blocking you and holding you back. And you must know your life lessons, because we are in life. We're here on
Right.
earth to learn lessons. If you don't know the lessons, you're just going to, knowing your divine gifts is worthless, right? Because you have to know when you're at choice point, when you want to apply the energy of your divinity. You go, oh, like in my case, my overall life lesson deals with integrity and wisdom. And when I get into situations like that, I go to my power instead of backing off. Like with divine order, people with divine order are typically afraid of confrontations or having somebody that's upset with them. In fact, I was just working with a woman who is a coach, who has written her own programs, has spoken internationally, delivered her courses internationally. She's up in Santa Fe. I was with her this afternoon on a Zoom call working with her. And she was talking about how she got this email from somebody, and and then the guy kept bugging her, why haven't you answered me? And she finally kind of acquiesced and went through everything. And when she got to where she was setting up an appointment on his calendar, she's like, I'm not going to do that, the information he wanted. And I asked her very clearly, I said, let me ask you a question. When you first read that email, how did you feel? She said, I knew something was wrong. But because he pressured her, and because she has divine order and she doesn't want people to be upset with her, she was compelled to keep going. And then finally got to the point where, frankly, she was upset and she said, okay, I don't want to work with you. But you see, it all created energy that doesn't serve her purpose. So
Absolutely.
these are the kind of examples that I show people. So you have to understand not only your divine gifts, but you have to understand your life lessons. Now, this information, when I take people through it, I normally charge $1,000. And what I'm going to do for you in Resonant Sessions, because of the pandemic, is I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to put it on Zoom. So anybody that wants to join us from around the world can join in. And
Marvelous.
two, I'm going to discount it 75%.
Wow. That is
So
the deal.
with a 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. If somebody comes to me and says, I don't, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll just give back their money. It doesn't matter, because I'm not here to convince people of anything. I'm not here to pitch and sell anything. I'm here to empower other people so that they can empower other people. And I've been doing this 10 years. My work has touched literally tens of thousands of lives, because once you understand your energy and you have your authentic self, your life changes instantly. And I mean instantly. You learn that we're here to be of service. You learn to use your energy instead of your head. Your head only gets you in trouble. And once you have, the three worst words in my dictionary are, I was thinking. Then I know I'm in trouble, right?
Right.
I just always come from my heart, and I'm of service. And so this is a very unique opportunity. What I'm going to do is I'll create a landing page. I'll get you the link to it, and people can just sign up. And believe me, there is no one that's been through this process that hasn't looked at me. I mean, this literally brings people to tears, because when you connect with your authentic self, I can even tell you, and I know how metaphysically oriented you are and how you are with energy. I guarantee you, I will blow you away, okay, when you get this information.
I am
Guaranteed.
game. I
Yeah,
am so into
honestly.
this and so ready for this. We were talking a little bit about this when we were starting to set it up, and I said, one of the things I was thinking about was, how are people going to know that this class is for them? And you said, if you've got a spirit, it's for you.
Yeah.
And I'm paraphrasing. So, and of course I totally understand this, but I said, how do you get at each individual's divine gift? So I want you to tell them what you told me when I said, do you just do it mass the room as a whole and leave them to do the work to find it? Or are you giving it directly to them? So I want you to tell them very clearly what you told me.
Well, I don't remember specifically what I told you.
Well,
but what's fascinating about this is, as I develop this program, the most amazing thing about it is it will address each person individually.
Wonderful.
This is not like, oh, this is the way it works for everybody. It's not that at all, because everybody's different. We're all different. We have different backgrounds. We come from different places. We have different life lessons. We live in different geographic places, different families, different influences, and we all have a very distinct, different life purpose. So I will be able to literally go through it with everybody, answer their questions, and it will be done specifically for each person that's in the class. And we can easily have up to 50 people in the class. Now that may sound strange, but I want you to understand that it is impossible for me to explain what this class really is, because no one I've ever worked with understood it until they went through it. And then they were like, oh my God, like once you touch your real purpose, your purpose isn't what you do, it's the energy that you do things with. This is the energy that's flowing through your chakras. So when people go get chakra clearings, it's like getting a haircut. Like, it's great for a little while, right? But when you don't understand your purpose, you'll feel better, but you don't know what to do with the energy. And then, because we all have life lessons, we have stories and beliefs that don't serve us, it just comes in and blocks everything up again. It contaminates the energy. Once you understand it and you know how to move to people with energy, not with what you're saying, but it's the energy that you flow every thought, word, and action on, your authentic self-expression. It can't be blocked because it penetrates their soul. The people you're communicating with will be getting it intellectually, but at the same time, they're going to feel it in their heart, and they just melt in your hands. You know, this is why people love to listen to me talk. But what they're not realizing is the mirror that I'm presenting to them is the energetic mirror. Right. This is what feels so good. People will never remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
Absolutely.
And when you touch your divinity, there is nothing on earth that is sweet as having your authentic self. It's amazing. And I mean, I've got just so many clients I've worked with that, and everybody is just blown away. That's the only way you're blown away. This isn't like, oh, I'm going to learn something. No. You're going to be empowered to a level that's beyond your ability to understand now. No matter what spiritual level you're at, no matter how much spiritual work you've done, I realize that people have worked hard. They've done all kinds of things. This is all good. But I'm only sharing with you what my experience has been in working with thousands of people. Everyone is astounded.
Well, and I know we talked last time because your book, Living Your Divine Purpose. The seven levels of truth. I'm sorry.
The 7 levels of truth, the answer to life's biggest question.
Right. And so if someone were to take this class, would having the book in hand and having read it, or at least gone through, and not, because books like yours are written for contemplation, you read it once, you go back, you find more and more pieces. and they bring you to a higher and higher level of awareness. Because I know I have the book and I'm so excited about it. Will this book help people understand more clearly or get more out of your class? Or, will the book be better served later on, or does it matter?
Frankly, it would be better served after the class. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to read it first, but it isn't really going to make a significant difference.
Okay.
Because even as I speak, what people see and feel in their minds is contaminated because of all the things they aren't aware of. So would it help? Yes. But once you go through it, especially in the second day when I do the divine gift activations, like you will see people change physically in front of you. I guarantee it.
Wow. I am
You will
so
see
excited.
people, their energy change. They become translucent. They will look younger. It's amazing because you're tapping in to your authentic energy and you're not being influenced by all the craziness in the physical world.
I totally understand. I agree with you. And I'm so excited because as long as I've studied metaphysics and as long as I have engaged in my own personal journey, there's always something more to learn. So it's really hard from my perspective, for people. I want them to understand that we're not masters. We're not the shaman of the village, because if you're calling yourself a shaman, you miss the opportunity of more learning and better opportunity. So knowing that we're not masters, that we are still apprentices and learning, leaves so much more room, which is why I was so excited, because talking with you has invigorated me all over again in this world. And I want to say thank you for that, because the shutdown has been really hard, but it's also been a really great opportunity. And I'd like for you to touch base a little on that, because we talked about it on the last video, but I'd like for you to give again your viewpoint of why are we here in this time with this shutdown, and what a great opportunity that I personally think these classes would give to move you light years into your next step and how you function in the world.
Well, you're exactly correct. We're here to learn lessons. And even as you learn your divinity and you live in your divine purpose, you move into higher and higher lessons. Okay? So this does not eliminate lessons, but what it does is gives you a guidepost so that you know exactly where you are. Now, the challenge is still in front of you. We always, it isn't perfection, okay? Right. Nobody's going to ascend out of the building, okay?
Thank you.
Because we're here in the physical and we're here to learn lessons. But once you understand your divinity and you understand your life lessons, number one, you know exactly where to look if things aren't going right. Number two, you can identify it and you can put your divine energy on it, and it melts like snow in Phoenix in the summer, like it boom, because
Wonderful.
we can transcend things energetically. I give a keynote address that I've been doing for a while, and the name of it is "My Life is Out of Control, and Yours Is Too." And the reason for that is our lives are out of control. And the moment you admit that, you can detach. So we're in the greatest time to manifest that we've ever been in, because our lives are more out of control today than they've ever been. And the only guidepost we have for the future to follow a path is our energy. If you're not following your energy, then you're in big trouble, because what we knew as life is now gone. It's gone. I have
So
no idea what's going to happen.
I am so excited that we're going to have this opportunity, and that we're going to go over, I want to go over it a little bit more, your website is so that people can find the landing page that you're going to create?
There will be a specific link to the landing page. I need to
Okay.
get it built, and I'll get that to you, and we can post it on Facebook. In fact, I was talking to a couple of people yesterday that I told about the class. They're like, I'm in.
Right.
Like, because they've had the opportunity to work with me a little bit. Like I guarantee I can change anybody's life in 60 minutes or less.
Hey, I believe you.
So my website is True Life Purpose Now. My Facebook page is facebook.com Bill Heinrich, Heinrich, or facebook.com/True Life Purpose Now. I'll have an individual landing page for this event. People can attend via Zoom. They'll get just as much out of it as if they were sitting in the room with me, guaranteed. Okay.
And I want to tell people out there that are in Albuquerque, if we're released and that we get to, say, hold up to the 10, you all know that Resonant Essentials has plenty of floor space. We can separate everybody. So we're going to make the offers, whatever the governor says, we're going to allow that many people in to be able to participate live and in person. So we want everyone to know that too. Or if you are at risk, we want you to be safe. Remember, we're going to send out the link to Zoom as soon as you register. Everything will be in the bill. Will send out everything.
Yeah, it's really just as good on Zoom. It's fun to be there live, but even on Zoom, you'll feel the energy, right? I mean, it's like, because the universe is omnipotent, and energy, vibration is just vibration. So there's no such thing in the universe as separation. We're all connected, and they'll witness that for sure.
Well, I agree, because if you can watch that last interview with you and I, and both of us were just melting from the energy and the heat that was generated. And I actually had someone tell me that they were so blown away by it, they had to have your book, and they couldn't wait to figure out or find out when the class was going to be, because they too had connected to that energy. So it's not even just that you have to do it and watch it as it's happening, but there's also the opportunity to engage after that energy still remains.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And what will happen in this class is, whatever number of people are there, everybody's divine energy will get activated. So, and like, this is the real deal. This isn't like I'm going to be waving magic wands. You will witness it and see what happens. It's astounding. It's astounding, because everybody has everything that I'm going to talk about. They don't need to go get anything. The puzzle pieces just need to be clicked together. And once they're clicked together, boom, it's amazing what happens in their life.
Well, I personally can't wait for that clicking and those puzzle pieces. So guess what we'll do is we will let everyone know that as soon as we post this and repost this, and I'll be sending it out through email to my email list for Resonant Essentials, or you can message me through Resonant Essentials if you'd like the link. I'll share it that way, so that you can get signed up, and I'll have the landing page there.
And my email address is thedivinepurposeguy@gmail.com. So if anybody has questions, whatever. But this is a very unique opportunity, and it's just like Spirit's just making it happen this way. Okay.
Right.
And I want to be clear, I work with individual clients. Okay. And people pay a lot of money to work with me one-on-one. I'm not taking any individual clients now. And when I say that this 4 sections is normally $1,000, it's a steal. at $1,000. But we're going to do it for your people for $250 over a 2-day, 2 4-hour classes. And it's a 100%, no questions asked, money back guarantee. Somebody just comes up and says, I'm not satisfied, you get your money back, like that.
And we can thank our stimulus checks and put it to good use.
Yeah.
Because it's found money, you know. So you guys contact me, contact Bill at the Divine Guy. Oh, no, wait a minute.
The Divine Purpose Guy.
The Divine Purpose
Gmail.
Guy. Right.
At
the
Gmail.
Divine
Or
Purpose
go to my website, True Life Purpose Now. You can contact me through there.
And I will be putting these up on the website. I will be on Facebook. I will be sending it out through email. You guys will have his contact information if you want to ask questions. If you need to ask me questions about any of the process, or if you want to be one of the ones that attends live if we're able to open up, then please contact me through Resonant Essentials on Facebook or email me at michelle@resonantessentials.com.
Yeah, I just want to say, as you know, when was it? When was I supposed to speak here? It was a while ago. I mean, this is how I ended up in Albuquerque and got stuck because and I'm in my RV. I was on my book tour and it's like everything stopped. So this is a very unique opportunity that, believe me, the people that are familiar with you, friends that they have, maybe people they even know across the country, don't miss out on this. This is an amazing, amazing experience. And it's the real deal.
And I can't wait because I've worked with you. I know that we just connected. I think our first conversation was 30 minutes of just laughing and talking about metaphysics. A lot of people don't understand metaphysics. They think that metaphysics is more inclined to just our spirit gift of intuition or healing.
No.
So much more.
Yeah, we live in 2 dimensions, and our purpose and what we're here on Earth for is to move our divine energy into physical form.
Right.
And I will prove that unconditionally to everybody. So
And
I'm excited.
I am too. So don't forget, folks, this is going to be happening on May 16th and 17th. It's going to be on the weekend from 1 to 5. And you can contact either one of us if you have questions. You will supply the landing page. I'll put the email addresses on. I'll be sending this out through email. But it will be an event that, honestly, I don't think we could afford to miss out, because really this is what this time is about, is having that time to disconnect from what we thought was important, to come into the moment of our now, into our true self, and activating our inner knowing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not just listening to propaganda put out by somebody who wants to milk you for your money. I mean, put your money where it's going to matter to you and grow you.
And what I'll do is I want to let everybody know they will leave with specific documents pertaining to their divine gifts, so they have it in writing, also their life lessons, and I will also record the classes and put them online, so they'll have an opportunity for 30 or 60 days to go back and redo the class again if they'd like.
Oh, marvelous. You can't miss.
Well, it took me a while to develop this, because the reason it did is it has to stick. If it doesn't stick, it's like, oh, it was fun, but now we're just back living in suffering again. This works. It will empower you. I guarantee you, it will change your life so fast. It will amaze you. Guaranteed.
Well, I'm happy and I'm prepared to be amazed. Thank you, Bill. I've got to get another class going. We've got Sigil Magic coming up next. So thank you. And
I look forward to doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I am too. And let's get together again next week and we'll talk about something else.
Yeah, well, and also I'll have the landing page done then, and we can get that out to everybody so they can sign up for the class.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Exciting.
My
Thanks
heart
so
to
much,
all of
Michelle.
yours. Bye. See you
Blessings.
soon. Blessings. Bye now.